Hello children, here today I am with light, shadow and reflections lesson. So today we will read the lesson. Light. What is light? Actually light is the thing that enables you to see other things, but it itself is not visible. Some important characteristics of light that always you need to keep in your mind, that it has a form of energy. It does not need any medium to travel, and it travels very, very fast at 3 lakhs kilometer per second. Can you imagine? It travels along a straight line. If we will talk about sources of light, then thing will come to your mind that any object that emits light, that gives light, is called the source of light. Sources of light could be natural sources and artificial sources. These are of two types. As the name suggests, natural sources contains natural things like sun, star, fireflies, and artificial sources contains candle, electric bulb, lamp, etc., etc. There are so many. Now, if we will read about luminous and non-luminous object, what are luminous objects? All objects which emit their own light, जिनकी खुद की light है, they all are called luminous object, and we can easily see them in dark because they are actually source of light. Example could be sun, candle, bulb, etc., etc. Then what about non-luminous object? How can we see them? Actually, they do not emit their own light. They only reflect light coming from a luminous object. So if they are kept in dark room, we are not able to see non-luminous object. Example could be chair, wall, table, etc., etc. So many. Most of the object you will find are non-luminous. As even moon and planets also are non-luminous because they shine with they get light from sun only, so they don't have their own light. If we will talk about transparent, translucent and opaque object. Transparent object. What are transparent objects? Objects that allow light to pass through them completely. Do not absorb the light. Completely light has been passed, then the object is called transparent. Example could be clear glass, specs, window and all that. But translucent object is little different. It allows some light to pass through and partially it absorbs the light. So actually the view is not totally blocked, but you will get a hazy view. Example could be frosted glass and butter paper, where we want little light to come inside our room, but we don't want it to be clear vision for outside. So sometimes we apply frosted glass in our windows. Now opaque object. Actually, opaque objects do not allow light to pass through them. Completely block the light. They completely absorb the light. So nothing could be visible through them. Example could be brick wall, wood, etc. There are so many examples of opaque objects. So actually these opaque objects block the path of light and creates shadow. What is shadow? Shadow is area of darkness. Dark patches formed when path of light is blocked by an object. This is called shadow. Then what is required to make shadow? Three things are essential. Opaque object चाहिए path को block करने के लिए. Source of light चाहिए. In a totally dark room, you cannot get any shadow. कोई लाइट की पाथ होगी तभी ब्लॉक करेंगे. So opaque object, source of light, and of course screen. That is very much required. All three things, if there is, then there is a chance of getting shadow. What are the characteristics of shadow? They are always black in color. No matter how you are wearing, which color dress you are wearing, it doesn't matter. Why? Because shadow is darkness. Shadow is area of darkness. अंधेरा तो काला ही होगा. Seems to move as the object move. You might have seen sometimes small children, they get scared of their own shadow. So what is following and chasing us? Actually, the path of light is blocked, so shadow is formed. So it will follow you. Shape of the shadow may differ from that of an object, and size of shadow also changes. You will find that during sunrise and sunset your shadow is longer, and in mid noon shadow is very shorter. That means there is no difference in distance from sun to earth. Then what is going to make difference in the size of the shadow? Actually, the angle through which light is falling on the object. That angle changes. For that reason only, in sunrise, during sunrise and sunset, shadow is longer. And if any object, if closer is the object to light, longer is the shadow. Shadow. Rectilinear propagation of light. What is rectilinear propagation of light? Sounds something different, but it is very easy thing. Actually, light moves in a straight line. This property of light is called, this property is named as rectilinear propagation of light. There are so many experiments you can do easily, that when the path is blocked, light will not take any zigzag and the path light will be blocked. So light always travels in a straight line. Based on this property, so many devices like pinhole camera and periscope, all that based on the property of the light traveling in a straight line is done. We will discuss that in another video. Thank you so much for watching this, and very soon I'll come with my next video.